you tell me whether this is a polynomial or not first. Then from there, we try to come up with the definition of a polynomial. Would that be good? Okay, now, for example, number 1. I give you a function, okay, a function like y equal to 3 over x squared, where x cannot be equal to 0. Is this a polynomial?
Yes.
Is this a polynomial? Someone say yes. My answer is no. I don't consider this as a polynomial. I consider this as a function, but the function not grouped under polynomial. Okay, I give you the second one. Y equal to 3 minus 5x. Is this a polynomial? Is this function a polynomial? I can say y, I can say fx is up to me. The way I name the function is, that's why I say it's a relationship between two variables. Is this a polynomial? The answer is a yes. And what is the special name for this polynomial? You call it a linear function. And we call it a polynomial degree 1. Because the power of x is 1. Hello? Okay. So, polynomial. Okay. If I give you this, is this a polynomial? The answer is a yes. And this polynomial, we call it quadratic. You learned all this before, correct? So it is polynomial degree 2. Because the highest degree of the x is 2. So this is a polynomial. Okay. Then if I give you this, number 4. Is this a polynomial? The answer is no. The answer is no. So afterward, you give me a reason why it is not. Okay, if I give you this, is this a polynomial? Yes. And what is the name of this polynomial? Cubic function. Okay, cubic function, we call it polynomial degree 3. Number 6. Is this a polynomial? Someone got the hang of it already. No. No, it's because of which term? Now you know. Right? Number 7. If I give you this. Oh, you can't see. Okay. Never mind. I delete off. Can you see? Okay. Y equal to 2 minus x squared plus minus x to the power 4. Is this a polynomial? It's a yes. And this polynomial, we call it quartic. Yes. Quartic function. And we call it polynomial degree 4 because the highest degree of the term is 4. Are you okay? So now, can you tell me what is a polynomial? Can you tell me what is a polynomial based on this? Who want to try?
Polynomial is a function consisting of variables and optionally coefficients that cannot have one of the variables to have the power of less than 1.
Power half?
Yeah, power half.
Or power 2/3?
Yeah,
power 3 over 2 is more than 1, what? You say less than 1, cannot have power less than 1. If I have y equal to x root x, which is x to the power of 3 over 2. The power is more than 1. This is not a polynomial also?
whole power
Yes. A polynomial is a function that shows the relationship of two variables and the power, this is called the power, or the indices. Yeah, the one on top, we call it the power. Or the indices of the variable, the power of the variable must be a whole number. So the key is the power of all terms. That involve the two variables must be a whole number. Whole number, that means it can be from 0 to 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you clear? Okay. So that is very important to know what is a polynomial. Okay, so done with that. So why I need you to recognize what is a polynomial, because later I may teach you other function, rational function, and so on. Are you clear? Okay, Now, today, we are going to go into detail about this function, linear. And if we got time, I will touch the quadratic. Okay, so shall we? So linear function. Yeah. So in life, in your high school, you present your linear function in many different ways, right? Many different ways. The main ways will be the three ways here. So let me show you. The first way is right? Are these three the same linear function? Are they the same? Or they are different function, different linear function? Are they the same? Are they the same? If you rearrange and see, they are all the same. So if it's the same function, why must we write it in different way? If the question,
Find a variable.
to find a variable, I can use any one, or why must I put it in a different way?
Find the value of the variables.
Yeah, you give me one way, I can find the value of the variables already. One. It doesn't matter. So why you need to present it in that way? So if I set a question like that, I say, okay, find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So you prefer me to give you question in the function in which form? If I have a question like that, you prefer me to give you in form, the first form, second form, or the third form? Second. Huh? Second. That means you don't know what is the first form telling you. For me, I would prefer my teacher to give me in the first form if the question sound like this. I can straight away tell you. I can straight away tell you that the x-intercept is 2. The y-intercept is -3. So now you know why we put in different form. We want the reader to read different things. That's why Max is a language. If I put in this form, what can you read straight away? And the criteria is here. Here must be a plus and here must be 1. If not, I cannot apply that rule. So you want to be able to read information from an equation given to you. You must know that equation I must put in which form and what can you read from there. What each number tell you. about the function. So if the question set in such a way, find the x-intercept and the y-intercept, I will prefer my teacher to give me the first form instead of the second form. If you give me in second form, then I have to do something else. I have to work a lot. Because the second form, I cannot extract the x-intercept and the y-intercept straight away. So next time, if you want to present your work, especially maths, you want the reader to be able to extract straight away. You don't make the one who marked your assignment have to crack the head. So you make sure you present in the right form. So I purposely introduce like that. So that when you write your assignment, yeah, you can put in any form you like. You trouble me, I have to go further and calculate, then that means your presentation is not good. Like English presentation will be different. Am I right? English presentation will be depend on the language that you use. Maths is depend on the equation that you use. Because equation is a language, maths is a language itself. How you want your equation to speak, that is up to you. So if my teacher give me in this second form, so I have to work very hard for it. I have to say, I have to know this, to find x-intercept it means the y coordinate is 0. The x that you get is called the x-intercept. So I have to put 2 times 0 minus 3 times x is equal to -6. So -3x equal to -6. So x equal to -6 over -3. So that is 2. I cannot extract it straight away. Same goal to find y-intercept. It means the x coordinate is 0. Any function given to you, if I want to find the x and the y-intercept, that is what I have to do. This is the general rule. So for this case, I will prefer this, right? Not every case given to you, you have to go by the general rule. You can twist and turn a little bit. So that is where the creativity of maths come in. I'm not asking you to violate the rule. I'm telling you, if the things is present in this way, I don't have to follow the rule. I still can get my information. So I will put my x equal to 0 and I get a y. That y is called the y-intercept. Hello? Clear? So you see the first form, I prefer that. Okay, now, how about the third one? How about the third one? Why I have to present it in the third form? What is the purpose of me putting this?
Because it's easy to see the gradient of the line and the y-intercept.
You are right. I can extract 2 information straight away. So I can know the gradient. And I can straight away say that the y-intercept. So depend on what I want to let the correct. And what is the condition? Can I see any equation like that? Then I will say the one beside the x will be the gradient. No. The criteria is make sure the coefficient of y must be 1. So there is a lot of minor little thing that you have to take notes of when you do maths.
Miss,
Yes.
what if you like write in the answer box like this is the intercept and this is the y-intercept. Like you solve it for the markers. Like
What do you mean?
so like
I don't get you.
For example, like when you want to find x-intercept and y-intercept, you told us that it is the best to use the first.
I'm not saying you don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the best to use. You don't have to change into that form. I say I would prefer if my teacher can give me in form number 1.
Oh, I see.
You get me?
But is it also correct to like just solve
Yeah, you
it
can
for
sub in. You can sub in, but you're wasting your time.
No, I see. Okay.
Yeah. If,
Okay.
if you still prefer this method, even I give you this form, you're wasting your time. So you are penalized by the time. I won't penalize your mark, but you are penalized by the time. That means you cannot complete your work on time.
Okay.
You see or not?
Yeah, I understood.
So that's why sometimes students say, if I don't want to extract straight away, can I use this method? I say, go ahead. You're penalized by the time. You see? Like for example, the question can be used, you can use calculator to get the answer. You say, I want to do it manually. Can, go ahead. You are penalized by the time. People can finish it in 1 minute. You have to take 3 minutes. So do you think you can complete the paper on time? No. I'm not going to penalize your mark. You yourself penalize. You see? So things is not that whether can or cannot. Thing is whether you're going to save time or not.
So it's just an advice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, okay? Okay. So that's why if I want the reader to straight away know what is the x-intercept and the y-intercept, I will present my linear equation in the first form. If I do a presentation, for example, that means I present to someone, definitely the person understands maths, correct? Yeah. So I will present it in that way. So the person will straight away know already. Yep. You get what I mean? So it's your choice when come to presentation, I'm telling you. Okay, now. So can anyone explain to me what is the meaning of gradient? Can anyone explain to me what is the meaning of gradient?
So the certain variable. How much they multiply the multiplier of a variable in the function.
What do you mean by multiplier of the variable?
Like in the graph, if the function is expressed in the graph, that will explain the graph. The gradient will cause how much the degree of steepness of the graph.
The degree of steepness of the graph. Steepness. So if you say the gradient 3/2 for this case, so how are you going to tell people how is the relationship between x and y? You learn calculus, correct? Okay, those who didn't learn calculus, don't worry. If they cannot explain to me what is the meaning of the gradient, correct, they are not much better than you.
For every x goes down by 1.5
1.
Why you use the word go down by 1.5?
Oh, wow.
You see? So
Is it the rate?
you are right. Thank you. So let me draw the graph and let you figure it out. Let me draw the graph first. I sketch the graph. Just now I know the x-intercept is 2. The y-intercept is -3, correct? Okay. So the linear graph should go in this way. -3 and 2. And this point is called 0, -3. So you see, when x increased by 2 units, y go up by 3 units. So that's why the gradient is (3 over 2). So x in maths or in sciences, what do you call x when anything that you put on the horizontal axis? You do science experiment, correct? There are two types of variable, correct? 3 types of variable. One is called constant variable. So the one you put on the horizontal axis, what is the name of the variable? Manipulated variable, or we call it independent variable. So it doesn't depend on your experiment. You manipulate it. The one who do the experiment manipulate it. So the y is called responding variable or independent variable. It depends on the value of x to determine the value of y. So in our case, y is depend on x in this way. Am I right? So if I have the gradient, and you know that in your high school, you learn how to find the gradient using this, correct? You know the formula. So what do you call this? Y1 minus y2. We call it changes of y over changes of x. This should come first before this. So that's why just now your friend said the rate of change. So we call it rate of change of y with respect to x, because x is a manipulated variable. X change, y change. Y change because of the changes of x, not the other way around. So that is the meaning of the gradient. So how do I interpret this? How do I interpret this? When we talk about manipulated variable, it's always increased. So we say when x increases by 2 units, just how your friend said, for every 1 unit increase of x, correct? So you put 1.5. So it's 3 over 2 is 1.5 divided by 1. So I can also interpret in this way. When x increases by 2 units, y increases because it's positive. So I say increases by 3 units. So this is the interpretation of the gradient. If the gradient is a negative, then I will say for every 2 unit increases of x, y decreases. Negative gradient means decreases, y decrease. We go the other way around. So that is how you interpret gradient. So listen here, interpretation. Okay, interpretation of any value that you count is very important in SAYS. If you don't like to interpret the number that you counted, then I will advise you change to A-level. Because in SAYS, all our maths, you have no choice. Every value that you count, you must know the meaning. So what is gradient? Rate of change of y with respect to x. So that is the meaning of dy dx. That is what we are going into for our SAT 1. Right? This is just a formula that help you to find the gradient. So you see, if my teacher give me in this form, I also can find the gradient easily. That's why you also got a formula in the high school. Gradient of a straight line is equal to negative y-intercept over x-intercept. Am I right? All this formula come about is because they understand the meaning of gradient. You're not just following the formula. Okay, are you okay so far? Okay, so now you understand, huh? So you know what is y-intercept, what is the meaning of gradient, and so on. Okay, now, just now I just finished teaching my August intake, and there's one thing. Wait until you do the exercise, then only I tell you about this, okay? Okay, we are done with that. So any further question on linear equation? No? Okay. One more. I want to test you on linear equation. Huh? Okay. I ask you to, what am I doing? Time to go back. Find the y-intercept. Okay, answer? 5. Okay. How many agree? 5. Put up your hand. Those in class? Put up. All say 5. 5.
When x equals 0, y equals 5.
Why must I? The graph tell you it is. This is definitely wrong. Do you know why? Whenever we plot the graph, whenever we sketch a graph, can I leave this blank? If this is the origin, I must put origin, right? Did I put that as origin? No. I put here 0, here 2. So how do I read the intersection point of this one? This is read as 0, 2. That means any point on the y-axis here, no, sorry. It's supposed to be 2, 0. 2, 0. So any point on this y-axis, the x coordinate is 2. So this point, it will read as 2, 5, because I put a 2 here. So can 5 be the x-intercept? Can 5 be the y-intercept? No. But x-intercept, yes, is 3. So how am I going to find the y-intercept in this case? How am I going to find the y-intercept in this case? I have to find the gradient, okay? After that, find the equation. Then find the gradient. If I don't want, can or not? Is there any other way? Can? You can find the gradient first. So the gradient equal to -5/3. Right? Then you find the equation y equal to mx plus c. Is it? Hello? So I take any point, I take 3, 0. So I put 0 equal to -5/3 times 3 plus c. So I get my c as 5. So therefore, y-intercept is 5. Hello, young lady, why are you not writing? Correct? You can do like that. If I don't want to do it this way, can I do it another way? If I don't want to find the equation, can I do it in another way? When you say y-intercept means the x equal to 0 and the y, am I right? And I have this point 0, 3, 3, 0. And I have the gradient. I can straight away see from there, -5/3. So what can I do? I can say y minus 0 over 0 minus 3 equal to -5/3. So therefore, my y is equal to what? 5.
Miss,
I don't have to find the equation. So up to you. So depend on the needs of the question. So you have to be very careful every time when you sketch the graph. If you didn't put the origin, if it's the origin, I can mark you wrong. Because I can fill in any number I like and I say you are wrong. Do you get me? So it's very important to write down the origin.
Miss,
Yes.
is the gradient really -5/3?
Yeah, because it's as x increases, y decreases.
It's because
Hello?
it's because the y, the
Oh, no,
x,
no.
yeah,
I'm
it's,
wrong.
it must be,
I'm wrong.
it must
I'm
be
wrong.
not -5.
This is not the
-5.
x-intercept. I'm wrong. Sorry. You see, I'm too fast. So the gradient is
-5.
yeah. No. The gradient is my mistake. So it should be 5 minus 0 divided by 2 minus 3. So it's -5. Yes, you are right, young man. So it's -5. -5. So so it's 15, okay? So the y-intercept is 15. So -5, sorry for that. You see, I'm too quick. So the gradient is, we use this method to find y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, so -5. So I do the changes, so it's 15. Yeah. Okay, thank you. So we have to be very, very careful. Are you okay? Okay, so far, so good. Okay, so I don't think we have time for quadratic. So every time when I give you the function, we write in a different way, there is a reason. And we have to be very careful with every single thing that we have. The way we label the graph. Are you clear? Okay, so now something for you to go back and ponder. You learned quadratic function before, correct? Yep. You can write a quadratic functions in a 3 different ways. You agree with me? Okay, I try not to make it difficult. Okay, we can write in this way. This is called the general form. Yeah, example. Yeah. Right, general form. So A is 1, B is -3, and C is, so what is so good about this general form? What is so good about this general form? What are the information that you can extract straight away from this general form? Go back and think about it. Second form is this form. You have a complete square, right? Wait, 9/4, 2.5. Hello? You have learned this before? Why I have to put in that form?
Sometimes you can't make it in the first form.
Why must I put my quadratic equation in that form? So every form there is a purpose, correct? Okay, another one. Okay, I use MN, okay? Correct? So this one, I can put it in this way. So what is the purpose of all this form? Everyone, there is a purpose, you can extract a lot of information. What information can you extract from the first one? Yes, I can straight away extract the y-intercept. I can straight away tell you the y-intercept is 2. Other than that, I have to do something else. What can I extract from here straight away? If I want to sketch the graph, all right, if my teacher asks me to sketch the graph, I will pray that my teacher give me this form. Because my A is greater than 0, so it's smiling. So my graph will go in this way. And I know that the minimum point here is 3/2 and -1/4. So my graph go like that. So I can know my axis of symmetry. -1/3, 1/4. And the axis of symmetry is x equal to 3/2. So you see, if I write in this completing the square form, I can extract a lot of information straight away if you understand what is each number tell you. Am I right? And I even can tell you the range. Range means those possible value for y. So what is the smallest value of y? Yes, y must be greater than or equal to -1/4. So you see, if you give me in a completing the square form, if I can present the quadratic equation in a completing the square form, then it can ease my calculation of axis of symmetry. It can ease my calculation of the range. It can ease my calculation of the turning point. That's why in your high school, your teacher forced you to change it to completing the square form because it's good. You have to master it. This question is not prepared beforehand, okay? I do completing the square just now. Hello? Are you clear? Okay, then what is so good about part 3? I can know the x-intercept straight away. That is 1 and 2. So is quadratic equation important? Yes, important. Tomorrow we will continue with the rest of it. Yeah, class? Okay? You go back and think. You go back and think first. What can you find from number 3? Okay, thank you, class. We have to end the class because the other class is coming in. Okay.